are...
Where are we, John? Where are we, John?
So Sean...
Somebody tell me
No, we
where-
shouldn't
where-
talk about that because we were talking about illegal drugs, but...
Which one?
We won't talk about it now.
We're live. We're
Already
live
got
again.
too much heat.
I know, man. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Sorry. I thought I did that.
But we're back.
We are back.
And we're completely sober. Well, at least I am.
I'm sober. I'm sober as a gopher.
Sober as a gopher?
Sober
as a gopher?
Yeah. What's up, bro?
Man,
So-
it's been a wild week.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not any more wild than any other week, except for, like, everybody else now
Right.
knows about.
Our weeks are always wild, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
There's not a week that goes by that I'm just like, just chilling at home, nothing happening. There's always something.
Something going on. Like
Always something.
This right here, for instance. So I'm looking at the live feed to just see that it's on, right? And look what is on our
Colorado
suggested
Springs.
to follow for us to follow. The Colorado Springs Police Department.
We should be following them because they're following us.
That's how ironic.
Should follow back.
Yeah, we
them
should.
back.
We
Matter of
should.
fact, I'm
They,
gonna
they
mask
never
that.
respond when I
We're gonna follow
tag
the
them on Twitter with
CSPD.
my shit.
Yeah, man. So anyway,
Man,
the
speaking of
police.
yes, fuck the
fuck
police.
the police. Yeah, man.
ACAB, CSPD.
1312.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So
they've been fucking up a lot lately.
Yeah,
Well, they've been getting a lot. Let's just say they've been getting a lot of bad press lately.
Bad-
They've been fucking up for a long time.
Yeah,
but
they just been getting caught up in it's like ding, ching, ching, ching. It's adding up on their ass.
yeah.
And I'm-
Can we
I'm
just
loving
say
it.
we told you so?
We've been telling everybody who has been skeptics of what we're talking about, you guys see it. And it's not just with us too. It's like they've been caught and had to pay multiple times in the
Yeah,
last
exactly.
like, 3 years,
Yeah.
6 years.
Yeah, just since. Shall we break it down for people, Sean?
Break it down.
Just
How much-
since
how much have these
2015.
pigs costed us?
Yeah, so I don't know if people. I actually didn't live here at the time, but I sort of remember seeing it somewhere.
Yeah.
But back in 2015, CSPD officers stopped 2 black men for like nothing, basically, and they recorded the whole stop. They're like, "Nah, this isn't right, dude." And
Yeah.
so they like pull them out of their car and throw them on the ground. So these 2, I can't remember, there were 2 brothers. They filmed the whole thing. They finally decided to sue the police department for racial profiling.
Okay.
The city settled with them for $212,000.
That's a pretty little chunk.
That is a good chunk.
So it's like 111 each or something like
Yeah,
that.
and you know what they
Something like
said? This is an admission of guilt. We're just doing this to avoid a costly court battle.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does sound familiar, doesn't it?
Huh,
It's really
okay.
weird, right?
So so they don't admit guilt, but pay
They
out
just pay out lots of money.
big bread.
Yeah.
Often.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then in 2018, so got called out to something, and like some black teenager had been accused of committing a crime, and so CSPD was like, "There's a black person."
Hey, you stop there.
So they stopped him. He didn't fit the description in any way whatsoever, other than the fact that he was black.
How much did that cost them?
Well, so they ended up stopping him and holding, and the other cops were like, "No, that's not him." But they continued to hold him, and then they lied on their reports about it. So dude sued through the ACLU.
Oh my God.
They paid out $65,000. This was in 2018. They paid out $65,000. I should have brought the cops' names because I'm like, we need to be like calling these cops
Fucking
out.
pigs, and they're probably still on the force.
Yep.
Such as what's old boy's name?
Keith Reed, which is the next one. So what was it? Was it 2 weeks ago? Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's close. The city decided to settle with Celia Palmer, who got beat up by Keith Reed and I think one other cop during the Black Lives Matter protests 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
Like they tackled her
Beat the
from
brakes
behind.
off
They
that girl,
did, man.
It was crazy.
Grabbing her by the hair, slamming her against the
Yeah.
concrete and shit.
Yeah.
And of course, oddly enough, they dent have their body cams on.
I wonder what happened with that.
Isn't that strange?
I wonder if they got in trouble for that.
Yeah, turns out no.
He's still on the force.
Yeah,
right?
Keith Reed. I don't know if you guys remember. Do you remember Keith Reed?
I do. I remember him distinctly.
What was he? What was that? What was he known for? I don't know.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
This is the same cop that over the summer posted on an online stream of people protesting.
Yeah.
What was it?
He said, kill them all. Kill them all. We should go out there and kill them all
Right.
as a cop. He was like, all us cops
Need to
should put our military gear on and go kill them all in the streets.
right. And he's like,
And then-
I'm so sorry. I just have PTSD. So
Yeah, so I just posted some stuff
like
on
that's
there.
not an excuse. I'm sorry. Like if
Like,
you're
but
on.
you got PTSD, but you're gonna go police us
Yeah, exactly.
with your PTSD that
Yeah, exactly.
makes you post dumb shit online.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right,
And
cool,
he's like,
got
no,
it.
I didn't mean kill them all. I was just like, I really love Metallica.
Oh.
And I just randomly posted one line of Metallica lyrics on this feed. It had nothing
Yeah.
to do.
Like while they were doing the things that they were doing.
But
kill 'em
so
all.
he back then.
And how much did that cost them? It
Well,
was
so
60
I
something.
guess this was prior to that happening because he was on Vice Narcotics Intelligence, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
the VNI crew. I think he was also. I don't remember if he was on the tactical unit or the riot squad or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But he was,
Rampant.
He was pretty high ranking, had access to a lot of information.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so he was out there being a riot cop and beat up Celia Palmer. Cost him $175,000.
175, man. So yeah, man, it cost a lot of money. And then of course the Devon Bailey
Yeah, exactly.
case, they settled for it. But they didn't do anything wrong.
The-
I mean, hey, the city of Colorado Springs has paid
yeah, what was it actually?
$3 million for not doing nothing wrong.
Yeah,
altogether.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
like,
$3,422,000 to settle a bunch of lawsuits in which they're not admitting guilt to
Right,
anything.
right.
And yet they're like having to agree to change policies or adjust policies. But no, they're not doing anything wrong.
it's just wild to me, man.
It's-
And I just don't understand. I don't understand how people are accepting of it. You know what I'm saying? It's the weird as hell. So the people that are around us that probably are going to look at this show as it goes on agree that
Right,
this
they're
is
gonna be like,
fucking
yeah, that's
bullshit.
fucked up,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But the people that are like, oh man, the cops need more money. We need to give them more. They are ignoring this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a thing. $3 million, yo. $3 million.
Yeah, $3.5 million basically
So-
dollars. But well, and that doesn't come out of those cops' salaries.
Nah.
Because-
and it don't come out of their budget either.
It comes out of the city general fund. The city has an insurance policy, but that doesn't cover all of it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and they pay into the insurance policy. And I'm sure just like so if I were to
You use it?
use my insurance, it goes
gonna go
up.
up,
Exactly.
right.
So the more and more these cops are doing shit, the more they're
More
going to have to
cost.
pay for their insurance.
Yeah.
But I mean, I really enjoyed watching Southers get up there and try and like explain away how.
Man, he looked like a piece of shit, didn't he?
He always looks like a piece of
He
shit.
looked really bad, dog. Like, he looked.
We need to get Alex to just draw Southers as a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, I can't. I want the one for Strand. He's working on Strand.
yeah.
We didn't forget about
We got
you,
you.
Strand.
And we got you some dolphin
With
stuff.
your dolphin loving self.
Everybody
Anyway,
loves
man.
a dolphin.
So yeah, Southers, man, he looked like a fucking asshole
Yeah.
that he is. You know, his character really showed when he was talking about it. You know, how the fuck you got the audacity to talk about this dude's family?
Yeah, the cops family, you mean, right? Yeah.
And like they are the victim, like
Yes.
they are the real ones here. That shit was amazing to me, man. Fucking amazing.
He's got an amazing ability to just like,
Say fuck you.
yes, exactly,
Yeah.
without saying fuck you.
Yeah.
Like
That
a real
dude,
fluffy
man,
way of.
I really, really hope something bad happens to him health-wise, like where all of his ill will towards people just comes back on him, and he's
Yeah,
like,
all that shit's inside
just-
of him.
Yeah, and he just fucking rots from the inside, man.
Yeah, totally.
I
But
hope
he's
that
just had so many of these lately too. Like, it's disgusting how much he just gets up and, like, I guess we shouldn't be surprised how much he's just like a cop defender, and he's so partisan. It's weird to me how much he sells himself as like, I'm just a moderate Republican.
Yeah.
But he's really actually he's pretty extreme in his politics,
Yeah.
especially for his like support of law
cops,
enforcement. Because
yeah.
you know, I
Is
like
he a
how.
cop? He's a lawyer, right?
I mean, he was a former
Attorney General. or-
attorney general
yeah,
and a former district attorney.
district attorney.
So
that's what I was thinking.
he's, I mean, yes, he's a cop. That's his perspective as
Fucking
being a
pig,
cop,
yeah.
man. But
Man, fuck that dude, man. Yeah, man. So anyway, he's about to be up out of here too.
yeah,
Goddamn it.
totally.
him and Niski. Niski gonna quit, and he's gonna quit, and all of this shit is gonna be just they just shit on the floor and left it there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's exactly for
just
the
like
next.
Stephanie
yeah.
Rose did.
Yeah.
Just to
Oh,
take, oh
I
my
haven't heard
bad.
that name in a while.
I didn't mean to say that. We're live too. Damn it. Well, that's what she did it. I don't care. That's what happened.
yeah, exactly.
But anyway, that's what they about
She
to do
knows
too. And so anyway, hopefully we can get this thing together.
So I think I heard
and
rumors.
get the people that we want in those seats
Yeah,
elected.
exactly.
How do they do the police chief?
He gets, well, interestingly enough, so one little nugget that we heard from the body cam that we got, that we had to fight for, was the police, all the lower police knew that Niski was out like months and months and months before he announced. And they were having this whole conversation about like, well,
gonna take his
they
place?
want to get a new police chief in before the mayor's out because the mayor wants to choose the police chief. And I was like, of course he does. He's probably going to choose a worse police chief, like one who's, like Niski wasn't enough of a lapdog for him, apparently. I don't.
Man, this is gonna be ridiculous. So he's gonna put one in and then leave. He's gonna trump it.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
fucking
Well, I've heard rumors that he
I hope he
wants to
catches
run
a
for
sickness where
CD5.
his, like, tongue, like where he's like just is completely incoherent. Can't do anything.
Just a like brain.
Yeah. Then who takes over? Like Strand?
God, that's a great question. I don't know actually
Or is
know
it like
the
the
chain
chief
of
of staff
command or
some-
whatever.
like
Yeah.
somebody over there.
What's
or
the?
something.
Does anybody know the chain of command for the city of Colorado Springs?
Yeah,
of
like if
the,
the mayor just like has a stroke or some shit, and he can't
like-
govern. I mean, not that he governs anyway.
yeah.
I wonder what that is. But anyway,
What's crazy though is how much they get. Going back to the budget.
yeah.
They get all this money to settle these lawsuits that they didn't do anything wrong. Plus, they get a
He's gonna pay
third.
you $2 million. We ain't do nothing wrong though. You're lucky we didn't go to court on this. Here.
Yeah, yes,
Get the
exactly.
fuck out of here.
Yes.
Where do they do that at?
Well, and then I liked how he like tried to play it off as like, well, there's this, our insurance company was
us.
talking about like there's just anti-cop sentiment around the country right now, and it's like no, people are just finally fed up
Yeah.
with the cops and
Oh,
like feeling like
right
they
now,
can do
it's
something
gonna-
about it.
Listen, there's not going to be a president that like kills the civil movement that's happened.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen the way Reagan was able to do it.
Oh, yeah,
so like
totally, yep.
we're not going to have to restart again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's just-
like this shit is just going to keep going. So you might as well
Just like
stop
live with it.
and listen to your insurance people because they understand the trend, man. It's like asking Vegas, like the insurance company knows, son.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway.
Well, and then of course they're like, we didn't want to have to like maybe deal with a trial up in Denver. And I love how people in Colorado Springs, like conservatives in Colorado Springs, are always like, well, Denver
Yeah.
or Boulder. Like I've been accused of being a Boulder socialist so many times. Like,
What the fuck? Like an educate, like the guys.
no,
that
I
they
think
blew
people
up
are
at.
like they think I don't know that people are like you're from. I hate Boulder, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I don't hate Boulder, but
Right.
it's kind of an annoying
I feel
city.
like that's like a jab at like how the pigs blew up the
right.
activists.
Yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
Boulder.
Because like, yeah, the pigs up there are
yeah,
just
we're gonna
pigs
blow
too.
you up. Maybe that's what they're warning you.
Oh shit! I never thought.
Hey
about
man,
that.
there was a
I
song
better
about this, man.
Start watching it.
Yeah, your enemies. You got to make your enemies start your Jeep when you got beef.
That's a good idea. You need to start
just-
having an enemy around, a right hand
all
enemy.
we gotta all do is just listen to what Biggie and Pac said, and we'll be all right.
Hey, can you just start this for me?
Hey, I need you to come start my Jeep. That's beef. Yeah, speaking of beef, though, these bitches had a cop following us everywhere we went, man.
They did?
Yeah, did you hear about that shit?
What?
It was fucking wild.
Wait, can you explain more of this? I
what happened-
haven't heard anything about this.
So what had happened was, completely separate from all the money that they're having to pay for fucking up left and right.
Like like us? They were following us?
Yeah, literally.
Whoa.
Like they put a pig to like track what we were doing, and then like there was the tenants union. They just collapsed the tenants union because it was a bad thing. Don't
Of
you
course,
agree?
yeah, of course. Trying to help tenants
They
get
put
their
money- and
toilets
also
fixed.
they paid this person a lot of money per year to do this. And I think she at least was doing it for a year.
Yeah, probably longer. Actually, that's a
Yeah.
great.
So like I don't know
It was
exactly
like 80,000.
how much money it costs to put an undercover cop in somebody's organization, but I'm sure
Well,
It's in the hundreds.
and
of
it's not
thousands.
just one undercover cop. We know that
Exactly.
there's more undercover cops.
Yeah, all over the city, right? So, you know, what we've always known is that the police don't like this shit that we do. You know what I'm saying? They want all this shit to stop.
Really?
I mean, yeah, of course, we've known this. So, and we've told
Why?
people
What do we
this.
do?
I don't know.
What is it that gets under their
I
skin
don't
so
know,
much?
but here's the thing is that really there's nothing. And they know that there's nothing, but they still
Wait.
Continue.
No. They said they only investigate criminal activity.
all right, well, I know, but where is it at?
Well, do you have
would
the
charges?
police lie?
Do you have a charge?
I mean, I have city ordinance violations.
Yeah,
I
'cause
do have a
walk-
jaywalking charge.
I walked in the street.
Yeah, which
So-
is
but I did
usually they call out the SWAT team to pick up
but they
jaywalkers,
like,
right?
They like fucking
On the sidewalk,
they attacked
actually.
us
They pick up
on the
jaywalkers
sidewalk.
on the side. They send the SWAT team to pick up jaywalkers on the sidewalk all the time.
Yeah.
People in America love that.
So
they love that sort of thing.
all of that money that they spent with these pigs, got an arrest on the sidewalk for jaywalking by the motherfucking super pigs.
yeah.
They had shields and everything on.
Yeah,
bro.
they get. Although I have to
Motherfucking
say,
batons
what's
and shit.
great about watching police body cam video
They were
is
pissed.
how fucking incompetent they are.
Yeah, those are a bunch of dumbass people, man. Those are a bunch of fucking dummies. So I can see why they're like, let's turn them into soldiers. So
Yeah,
they just do what the fuck
Yeah,
they say.
because they just listen to their briefings that they
Yeah,
get.
and then just go attack people
Exactly.
like fucking attack dogs. So anyway, but seriously though, they funded this whole shit for a long time.
Got her an apartment. Who knows how many apartments the CSPD is paying for undercover
these
cops.
undercover cops.
You know what? We've been arguing all along too. Maybe the city could start paying money to help house the homeless.
Yeah, instead of these cops.
Yeah, I have an idea. Why don't we just use that money that
All
you're
the- all
using
these
on undercover
apartments-
cops' apartments to
Yeah.
house people?
House some of these folks, man.
Because remember,
you know,
Mayor
the ci-
Suthers
the-
said
we're not in the business.
Yeah,
of
they're not in the
housing.
business of housing.
So why-
but it
but
turns
we're-
out they actually are in the
are.
business of housing.
Those shit, and those
undercover
motherfuckers,
cops.
those ain't cheap. They're not cheap. They're not living in.
I mean,
some
they were
cheap
living
shit.
on South Nevada.
Yeah, but anyway.
Oops, did I say that? I mean,
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't quite on South
I
Nevada.
mean, whatever. She registered to vote from
Nevada.
there, so it doesn't
Well,
matter.
Murray is where. Was there an apartment at Murray too? That's a great question. Who knows where? I don't want to make people paranoid, but
What do you mean?
I do also want to make people
No,
paranoid.
I want people. There's no reason to be paranoid. It's just a
I
reason
want people
to
to be
know
smart.
that what the fuck they're doing. Like they are literally doing this to people, and they're not doing it to Republican and right leaning politic people. You know what I'm saying? Like Al Loma's punk ass.
Yeah, he
don't have to
doesn't
worry
have
about
a
the fucking cops
undercover
fucking with
cop
him
on
and,
his
and
ass,
people
yeah.
that's organizing at his church or whatever they're doing. He don't got. We do though. Promise Lee does though. Guarantee that shit.
because
you know
we
what I'm saying?
talk about these things.
Yeah, so and we know this shit, right? So here, for me, where this shit sticks out at is like, they know the power is in the people, and if they got a deterrent, which they do, because we come across it all the time, where people's like, man, I want to help, I just don't got time to have the police fucking with me.
Yeah.
I don't got time to have take my name off of that shit. I want to help. I just don't want nobody to know. How many times we've heard that shit? Hundreds and hundreds of times in this last year. And before that, too. So we've had people walk around with cameras on their neck as a necklace and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these cops will do any fucking thing to you that they want to do. And then blame it on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And say it was your fault.
Yeah,
So
just
now,
gaslighting your
my
ass.
thing, so pigs, CSPD pigs, guys, what did we do? I want to show, why did you have these motherfuckers in our shit?
Yeah, spending
So,
that much because
just-
we talk, man.
Yeah, you
We
talk
talk
too
shit.
much. You
We
can't
talk
you
shit.
can't call people pigs, man. Fuck you and your fucking mamas. You are a pig, and you don't deserve to have no fucking respect.
They're showing it.
Also, it's not just us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, do you remember they jumped in that dude's window for protest? Remember he was in the second floor of his apartment, and they exercised some warrant and fucking went through his window. Do you remember that shit? No?
When was that? I don't remember.
This was after the protest, I think, when they made 2 arrests.
Oh, are you talking about Lloyd's?
Yeah, there
Oh,
you
when
go.
they shot out his windows and
Yes,
everything
yes,
to
man.
arrest him
and for whatever the shit was. You know what I'm saying? Like, they treat this dude like he was in Beirut or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's the craziest fucking thing. And they can do whatever, bro. Like, when I go in the airport, I go through 4 whatever layers of fucking security, man. The TSA basically follow me from security to my gate every time at every airport in the country.
Hey, Sean?
How you doing, bud? Cheers, bitch. I'm doing good, pig.
And they never have to answer for that shit. That's what's incredible. Like,
it's just my fault.
Yeah, when asked, like, well, what are you investigating? What are you doing? At what point do they have to say, this is what we heard? And also, can they just start an investigation? If somebody just calls up and is like, I think this person's doing criminal activity.
Oh, yeah,
do they get to...
the pigs on them, yeah.
Exactly.
And somebody has to sign something.
The crazy-ass thing, too, is, like, in the article about the spying operation, they were like, well, if somebody in a political organization is doing a crime, then we investigate. It's like, but then why would you have to join a political organization as a dues-paying member to get access to all this shit if you're not investigating that organization itself? Like, to try and get access to people's information and records.
So
and exactly.
There's got to be a reason for it. And they got
people see through this shit, too.
Yeah, they need to. I hope so now. And I mean, like, and it's not like some new shit, bruh. It's just, okay, now you've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Now you can see what they're doing. And then it's over and over and over again, man. Just killing people left and right, paying up left and right, investigating left and right to try to kill more people left and right. It's just like, what the fuck are these people, the point of these people in our community? I don't understand what they're here for. I mean, I do.
In theory.
I clearly understand what they're here for. But, I guess that I don't see how they don't expect opposition to that.
Right, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
they should just already know that somebody's not fucking gonna play that shit with them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, on we march. Hey, I hope there's another one. I hope they're like, haha. You think April Rogers was the only pig in there?
Yeah,
No,
we do not, but...
I think that she's the only one. But whatever, dude.
They talked about having so many pigs embedded in that march. In the future, I think that what we should do is have, like... Well, actually, no. Like, Heidi made a joke on her Twitter about a, DSA cop block. But I actually think it's funny to consider, like... Next time we have a march, you should be like, hey, can all the cops just come up to the front of the line?
Can you be our guard?
Guard us against the...
Cops up front. Cops up front, guys. Cops up front.
That way they can just fight each other. I mean, that's really what they want, right?
So that way when we get their body cams, we can be like, we
look at that.
know their names and shit.
That'd be like a good show.
You fucking dumbass dudes.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. They get these fucking cops so fucking worked up about us.
Dog.
Like, they really think that we're going to go out there and fucking, like, be blowing shit up or something and, like, gunning people down. Like,
they carry these to, what was it they were talking about? I forgot what it was. It was some
shit. Oh, the
like,
batteries. And,
yeah. It was so much shit they were saying.
Wait, are you telling me that you're going to use batteries to power your electronic devices and not start a riot?
You're going to fucking throw batteries at us.
Like,
right?
why the fuck? Why would I spend
rocks
money?
all over the floor. Like, I would not pay money to throw a battery at you, dog. And then... here's the thing.
Some AAAs.
So I put some thought into this, right? Because we both watched these cops doing this shit and like getting so worked up. And all we had was us and a bunch of old people, some homeless folks, and a bunch of their friends. With it. That was all that was in it. And they knew that knew that there was cops in there. So, but in their head, they were like, man, these people are fucking crazy. They were talking about bear spray, all this shit. Like, I've never even touched bear spray. I don't even know. I've seen it because y'all sprayed it on us. You know what I'm saying?
That's who has bear spray.
I've never touched bear spray, but y'all know what bear spray is. But anyway, all of this shit, and then
they're like calling us motherfuckers and encouraging the public to stone us to death.
You know what I'm saying? So they were, dog. This shit's crazy as fuck, and it all comes from some made up shit, made up bullshit that they made up. That the mayor, I don't know who made this stuff up.
I mean, we do
to give to them.
Mayor and Chief Niska.
Like, I mean, I understand. Listen. I'm not saying, I don't feel like a victim. I don't. I feel like it's part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. You're just doing
what
you're doing.
What we were doing. They know what I know what they were going to do. And I'm just glad that the shit got caught. You know what I'm saying? So now, like, the rest of it will go into court and everything will happen.
Exactly.
And then
there's
I'll
more
go
to
do
come.
my shit. Yeah, it'll be coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are not going to stop doing this shit. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going, as soon as this shit is finished, I'm going to figure out keep going because we still don't have housing.
Yeah.
They're talking about building apartment complexes. God, I forgot where it was now. Anyway, somewhere on the south side. And the starting rate for a one-bedroom is what it was like. I think 1,100 or 50.
Yeah.
It wasn't 1,500.
Well, that new Hotel
I think
Elegante?
it was $1,200 for the starting shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Elegante shit.
That's like affordable housing.
Yeah, so if you stayed in Elegante, you know them rooms, them little one bedrooms ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they call them studios, $1,150. Boom.
And I'm sorry, that's not affordable.
And it's not it's not worth that shit.
No.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
So
totally.
anyway.
Well, it's so that if you make Colorado's minimum wage, which, plenty of people do, make Colorado's minimum
Yeah,
wage,
you're
and
gonna
you
be
want to get
homeless.
like a studio, say you're just a young person, you just need a studio, that would take 50% of your income,
you're gonna be
which is
homeless.
like, that's considered
Yeah.
cost burdened.
And
You
then
literally
then-
can't
then-
afford an apartment
then
if you
these
make a minimum
places
wage.
like don't include you, or they have their own utility bill charge that they do for the trash and the with a dog park and shit.
Yeah,
and
they fee on top of fee on top of. I can't
yeah,
believe that shit,
yeah.
man.
So like your rent, they'll say $1,150, but that's just really
Yep.
$1,300,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you still got to pay your car and the food and all this stuff. You're broke. You can't live off that shit, and they're doing it, man. They're pricing the people that are from here out of here.
Yeah, and now all these developers are getting these tax breaks to build apartments that nobody can afford.
Yeah.
I mean, some people can afford them,
Yeah,
obviously.
they definitely shouldn't be getting no breaks to do nothing.
It's like if you're getting
That's not
tax breaks,
affordable, man.
exactly. If you're
Yeah.
getting tax breaks, you should be required to include
Yeah.
X amount of affordable units.
There was some report that just came out. Bernie Sanders shared it that said, I can't remember the percent. I want to say it was like over half of Americans are paying more than a third of their income on housing.
That doesn't
costs.
surprise me. Yeah.
Over half, dog.
That's ridiculous.
So like what how much money y'all need, bro? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I don't know, man. There's something's got to give, bro.
You
Something's
know what
gotta
pisses
give.
me off too is like they're like, well, it's all these like regulations and fees that we have to pay, but I've never met a poor developer.
Oh no. Or one with a plan to not make some money.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
they wouldn't be doing this shit for free, man.
Like I've never met a developer that just lives in like a tiny little studio apartment themselves, for
Nope,
example.
nope.
Yeah, no.
For $11.50.
No.
For $11.50.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, man. So, whatever, man. Fuck them pigs. What else we talking about, man?
What, it seems like there was something else that Sean had gotten himself into recently. What?
Oh,
sort of community.
yeah. But hey, you see my face? I got these marks on my face. How about the back of my head?
Well, you do have that scar from the cops when they tackled you.
Yeah, I got that. But
Yeah.
you seen him? You
Yeah,
seen
no
the finger
slap marks.
Nah.
No slap marks.
Yeah, I
from
the
Al
day-
Lamas.
the
What's his
day
name?
I-
Lamas?
man,
What's
you
his
know-
fucking name?
Loma.
Loma. Al Loma.
I tell you, man, the day a motherfucker slapped me, boy, ooh.
So if people don't know, Al Loma is one of the 3 new members on the District 11 school board,
Yeah.
and he. This is hey, just a warning, public figures, and I know this because I work at the university. All of your emails are available to the public through
Yeah.
Quora requests. So don't say stupid things through your public email. I shouldn't be telling them this.
Yeah.
But
But they know,
They
though.
know.
They
They're
still
just
do
like,
it.
so yeah, he had threatened to slap, gangster slap, whatever that
Yeah,
is.
he was gonna jump over and gangster slap me.
Like,
you know,
but we,
that's funny.
through a
I'm
Quora
like,
request,
God
found that out.
damn.
I mean, of
So
course.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm the type of man. I'm 40. I just turned 42. I won't give somebody the opportunity to do something to me first. Like I'll go first, and
Right,
then
right.
I'll go. Whatever happens, consequences come. I'm never in those situations, but though I will. So the thing is, like, for my instinct, I want to be like, Loma,
Come on.
bro, don't you ever fucking watch your fucking mouth. I want to go and tell him that at this next, but I'm not though.
I mean, you just did.
I
Now he's
did.
gonna see this as.
Yeah, that's good. You better watch your mouth though. So.
He
watch
didn't
him
show
out.
up to the one after that though, and he had to make a public apology.
Yeah, that's what I'm going. I'm gonna go see him. Yeah, he had to do so anyway, I emailed the board, right, and I'm like, hey, I told him that shit wasn't acceptable. And here's what happened. We went up there with the men of influence. The Neighbors for Education came, and told us about what was going on. Told the group that what was happening, and asked for us to come and participate with the public discussion. So we did, right, and. I spoke. Everybody else was just kind of there trying to fill it out and see what's going on and get the situation understood. So the next meeting, Loma, oh no, was it late? No. The next meeting that they had, okay, so in between that meeting and the next meeting they had, there was a whole bunch of conversation about my comments that I made, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
because, I just said my shit, man, and I meant what I said. I told them that the people have the ultimate power in this shit. Like, oh, you guys play the games that you want to fucking play, but it's behoove of you to do what the fuck you're supposed to do.
Yeah, totally.
So anyway, my comment was that, they're in bed with the devil, but we carry the stick. So you could be afraid of the devil or be afraid of us. It's up to you which one and he said he was going to slap me when I said that. So,
well, he didn't like the implication that he was in bed with the devil because he's a reverend.
Yeah, but he is in bed with the devil. And he's a scumbag reverend.
Yeah.
Whose family should be ashamed of him.
Yes, there you go. All right.
Yeah,
harkening back to.
Yeah, like to, having some, anyway, your family should be ashamed of what you're doing with their name, man. I know my family would be ashamed if I was acting the way and doing the things that you do and saying the things that you say. But though, you threaten me though. So anyway, here's the thing. We know no one's gonna get gangster slapped.
No.
We know I'm not hitting anybody with a stick, but we also know.
Wait, were you speaking metaphorically?
Well, no. I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, like.
No. You can't be speaking metaphorically.
No, I was gonna jump over and hit him with a stick.
Right. Yeah.
I was gonna be the first person in history to jump over and hit the whole school board with a stick, I guess. I mean, what the fuck, man? Anyway, no, I wasn't, man. I wasn't gonna hit nobody. I've never been violent with nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. They're afraid of black people. That's what I was trying to get at.
That's what he said in his email to Dr. Thomas, the superintendent, that men of influence, he had several white women who were scared, who were shook up because the presence of a group of black men, I guess.
Yeah,
that was the implication.
Our presence was violent.
Yeah.
That we were looking at them violently.
Like he literally said it was white women, because I went back and looked. Mm-hmm. He said there were three white women.
So we got to be careful scaring these white women.
Yeah, be careful being black in
with
public.
Your blackness in there. So that's the point of this thing, and also we were the only group of black people there. I'm not saying there are other black folks that got stuff to do with D11's discussion that were there, but we walked in and obviously when a group of black people walks in, they're like, "What the? Who are these fucking people? And what are they doing?" They all like as soon as we walked in, like 3 or 4 board members came over. "Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?" And we're like, "Man, what the fuck? What are you talking about, man?" So anyway, it was the dumbest shit. So and it just shows, right? So we're talking about the equity plan needing to stay in place and needing to continue to be funded at D11. And this is the fucking reason why they're doing it to us. And as we walk in the room, they're showing us this is why we need to have this open discussion so that you guys can see what you do to black people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we're a part of that. And I'm gonna be up in his face, man. And,
well, because
it is what it is, man. Because he needs to answer for that shit, dude.
Yeah,
he's going to.
Fucked up too is those 3 new school board members. They're trying to do what they did in Douglas County, where the Douglas County School Board
up to try to fire Director Thomas.
Yeah, they met in secret and fired their new superintendent up there that was putting in an equity plan in place in Douglas County, which kind of shocks me, to be perfectly honest. I'm like, Douglas County, that's got to be the whitest county in maybe not, but the Gazette is egging them on. The Gazette is basically encouraging this new D11 board to kill the equity plan, to get rid of Dr. Thomas. But since he's been in there, actually, there's been a ton of improvement. He hasn't even been in there that long. It's not that easy to turn an entire school district around in a few years. City, yeah, exactly. And yet there has been actual measurable improvements.
Yeah, he got real support from the ground up. So anyway, man, it would be really dumb of them to do what the folks did in Douglas County. I mean, this place will turn up. We were talking about this, man. If they do that, the recipe for things to happen in the city comes when multiple groups are interested in this one thing. And I guarantee you, my friend, that there's multiple groups that's interested in this one thing and that will come out. So you guys need to be careful with what you're doing here because it's, I don't know. I don't want to say it's gonna get ugly or whatever. I mean, but it's the people are gonna respond.
Are you threatening?
Yeah.
Something, Sean?
No, it's a promise. I know this city. I know these past few years, this city will activate in ways to make things happen. And again, it's not just my idea or Chinook or it's not just one other group over here's idea. Nah, it's a bunch of people that are like, man, what the fuck are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And they're like, hold on. The Neighbors for Education is a strong group, man.
Yeah,
and there's a whole bunch of folks in there, and they're smart people.
Yep.
And I believe that most of them are there for what, you know, I believe that all of them are there for what they're saying. But, you know, I'm sure that they got infiltrators and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
God, they probably do. The police are probably like, Neighbors for Education? That sounds pretty dangerous. I'm sure neighbor means terrorist.
Yeah.
Education
and
means destroy America.
Black folks with them,
exactly.
Those commie blacks with them. So, yeah, man.
But you know what? I mean, you're exactly right. Because even in like conservative-ass Douglas County, when they fired that superintendent, there was outrage.
Yeah.
Tens of thousands of people signed a petition. Teachers went on like they did a sick out or whatever. Students did a walkout. Like if they do that here, there is going to be shit's going to hit the fan if they do that here. I just want to like let them know that too. Like if you fire Dr. Thomas, shit's going to hit the fan. Like
it's going to go off.
It's not going to be pretty because people are worked up about this. School boards right now have the spotlight shining on them. Everybody's paying attention to this shit.
I'm going to be focused on your church, Loma.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't you right down the street? You right down the street, ain't you? I know where you
at. Oh, yeah, we do know his church.
I know where that's where I'm going. I'm going to try to get the hood to come over there. But anyway, man, y'all better leave that alone, man. And just, you know, it doesn't make sense for the whole district to be going one way and then the school board goes this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what fucking sense do that make? You're obviously going in the wrong. I told Sandra Bakers this the first day I met her, and she hasn't responded to that. She's like, well, when I was in East LA, I'm like, lady, you're not in fucking East LA. Shut your ass up. She pissed me off so bad, man. But it just don't make sense. So it would make better sense to go in the direction the community and the district is going. And I believe that the district is making effort to like get to the community like, guys, help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying. So, you know, if there's a district event or something that you see on your timeline, pay attention to that stuff. And D2 too. Like D2 is getting kind of like, hey, y'all doing good over there. Let us know if you need it. And you know, everybody's over here, you know, D2 you know, but anyway, we need to focus on both of them and make sure that we're like, if they're strong, we need to make sure that they're even stronger and able to withhold. Because they'll attack, they're coming too. I mean, if they're not already there, I don't know. I guess that doesn't make sense that I don't really understand what's going on in D2.
I feel like D49 started this insanity.
Yeah.
And then like D20 and D11 were following behind.
Didn't Academy, they just walk out of the school? The teachers had to sit out in Academy
for something. I didn't actually.
That was crazy. I want to know what
I was
that's
surprised
for,
at Academy because they don't have like a.
I guess I
like
could
an
have read
official
the
union or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I
could
have read the article
shit going.
too.
I'm like, but wait a minute, that's a whole different shit. Like, and then they were like, we're gonna put the names out of the teachers that walked out or whatever. I'm like, man, the teachers was against it. They were like, you better not. I don't know why. I want to know which teachers did that shit.
Like, why do employers feel like they want to? So, workers take collective action. Employers respond by saying, we're gonna punish you for your collective action. Like you're only encouraging them to take more and more militant.
Why they're taking collective action, man? Because it is bullshit. So, yeah, man, it's all over the place, and it's like when you look around, it's like. Damn, I was talking to Miss Harima about this shit. It's like there's stuff happening all over the place right now.
It's Miss Harima's birthday today, by the way.
Oh,
so happy birthday, Harima.
Happy birthday
I hope you're watching. Maybe you're not watching, but you'll catch it.
Thank you.
She'll catch it 2 days from now and be like, oh, that's great.
Thank you so much for everything that you do.
Yeah,
for
Harima does so much.
We love you.
We actually had a show with her on it, I want to say like about a year ago. So check it out. If Harima does so much in the community.
And she's like, when you talk to her about it, you're like, oh, damn, I ain't doing half of that.
She does a lot. And she just keeps going.
Her and her husband out there, and she's like, he's helping get it along going. So anyway, I appreciate you, Miss Serena. She's one of the few people that can be like, hey, yo, Sean. And I'm
Yep.
like, I'm on the way. Like,
Yeah,
I
totally,
can't tell
yeah.
Harima no.
Yeah,
Like,
totally,
she does
yeah.
too much shit, and I want to help her when she needs help. So
Yep.
anyway, yeah, man, we love you. That's cool, man. So yeah, man, we got something else to talk about?
I think that's everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
fuck
we
the pigs.
always have something to talk about, but
Yeah, we can go on and on forever.
we got to leave the people wanting more.
Give a little
Sean.
bit something. Yeah, guys. So the MOI got teen night that's going on every Friday at the Hillside Community Center. I want you guys to please participate. If you got teenagers in your family, they don't got to be teen.
What time is it?
It's at the Hillside from 7 to 11 p.m. So you know they don't got to be teens. You know, you could bring your kids up there. You could come and help. You could come.
No, people just want to drop them off, though.
Yeah, I mean that's cool too. If you got to do that, that's fine. But you know, if you know the following weeks or whatever, you got time to come in there and help us out. Please do. Please donate to the MOI and the teen night effort. It's good, man. There's like 200 kids in there the week before last, man.
That's
So,
too much for me.
It's a lot.
I have 2 children, and one doesn't even live at home, and that's
they
too
are
much for me.
I mean, they got their own little cliques going on and shit.
I'm
You
sure.
can see all the shit going on. I'm like, damn, man, they act just like adults and shit. Like, but they're like
I think
short.
it's like adults that act like children.
Probably, yeah. We just act the same. Yeah, we're just taller, like kids.
Yeah, we're
kids
tall
aren't,
kids.
aren't stupid. They're just short. That's it. Yeah. That's all it is. But yeah, man. So yeah, we're having a good time, man, and you know, building that up. So yeah, please participate if you can. And that's every Friday. So we'll be back at the Hillside on the 25th from 7 to 11 p.m. Teen night.
Yep. And also keep an eye out. We have a lot of people's trials are coming up. So
Yeah.
just keep an eye on like the Chinook Center page because we're going to need people that are going to trial for all these fucking trumped up charges.
Yeah, in
It's
April.
just nice to have support. People coming to the courtroom to support you when you're there because the court can feel like a very overwhelming
And like
place.
yeah, and like to come see it, come witness
How it
what's
works,
happening. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys are seeing what's going on from our end of it. But like really, a lot of that stuff, you know, I've learned can't take pictures in the courtroom or video.
The city prosecutor will tell you.
Yeah,
they'll send me an email
They're like, hey
with your
guys,
pictures.
Yeah, hey, you can take another picture in this motherfucker if you want to. But yeah, so anyway.
You have to draw. Next time you'll have to draw.
Yeah, I gotta
what
try it.
happens.
I'm gonna do little stick figures and shit. Yeah, man. But yeah, so yeah, guys, we appreciate it. We love y'all.
All right.
We'll be back next week. We're gonna start eating food, man.
Oh yeah. You guys got to check out our upcoming food shows. I mean, I was just saying people could just watch me eat my burrito here if they want.
No one wanna watch you eat your burrito.
There's
Goddamn
probably
it,
people
John.
out there that would be like,
Nobody.
"Nah, dude, I love watching people eat burritos." Some
Nah,
weird.
I'm
That's
I'm
probably
actually not gonna
that's
take
probably
a bite
Randy
on camera.
Helms's
When we do this,
fetish.
I'm not taking a bite on camera.
You're
That's
not?
so annoying to
We'll
me,
have
dude.
to. Yeah.
When they're like,
I'm gonna be all like,
"Mm."
no, that's what you got to do. That's
No,
what,
I'm not doing
it's
that
weird.
shit.
I
No, I'm
agree.
not doing
Actually,
that shit.
now that you put that in my head, I'm not
I'm
sure
not-
I want to either.
It's gross, dog. I don't
Well,
want-
so what are we gonna do? Just sit there and
Yeah,
look at our
like,
food?
We're gonna ask Les.
Les,
to
cut away
kindly-
from me.
Here, Les, I'm gonna take a bite. I don't know what we're
Hold
gonna
up a
do.
napkin over.
I don't know. It's just don't zoom into my mouth when I'm eating, man.
Especially, you gotta go into hot wing places.
Yeah, we're going to the.
That's gonna be hard.
yeah, we're
How are we
get
gonna
some
eat hot wing?
wings.
And be like,
Yeah,
one second,
I'm
one
for
second.
the eat. We're just gonna talk and eat some food. We're gonna eat some food. I'm gonna drink a beer or two. You got to drink beer with wings.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's a must.
have
And
some
then
beer.
we got some soul food and pizzas. Please. Oh, all of them have answered back too.
Oh, really? Okay, excellent,
Yeah,
fantastic.
We're doing it.
Sweet.
All right, guys.
So keep an eye out for that, everybody.
I'll let y'all, man. We love y'all.
Peace out.